Peace on earth, folks. This is your boy, your astrologer, your host, Gemini Moon, the star seed healer. Welcome to the channel. I'm an astrologer. I am an intuitive counselor and an energy reader and healer. This video here is going to be in regards to Jupiter conjunct Pluto in Capricorn at this very moment. And as I speak, I am pulling up the charts so that I can get a good look at it. I wish that you guys could see it. But yeah, we're here. So before I get into that, I do want to say that the moon is currently in 5 degrees of Leo. 5 degrees Leo right now at this time. So we've crossed into a gateway. We've crossed into a new pasture. And there's a new space to herd our sheep. You know that Leo energy is very fiery, very vibrant, very passionate, very much alpha in its own right. It has its own rights. Leo creates space for itself. Leo is very, very much, like the phrase, my gift will make room for you, or your gift will make room for you. But the way I said it the first time was right. My gift, God's gift, the universe's gift will make room for us. And so, we just came out of the moon just came out of the first quadrant of the zodiac wheel, which is the first 4 planets out of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And so we've crossed over. We're crossing over. There's a crossover point now from, what is it I want to say? From the first quadrant into the next quadrant, there's just this feeling of crossing over into another gateway, stepping into another threshold, right? Another space, into fixed territory. And so this is a point of attraction. This is a high point of attraction. This is an area where we can really foster new energy and start to give birth to ideas. Start to really give life and energy and safe passage to our ideas. The sun, which is our conscious awareness, which is our immediate attention, our confidence, our motivations, our actions, is in Aries. So this is double fire energy. We have zodiac signs of fire being activated, being felt into heavily at this point. So this is spirituality. This is awakening. This is passion. This is creation. This is the act of creation. Okay. And so I want to talk about Pluto and Jupiter conjunct at this time and how all this energy is coming together. Again, I do want to say there's something opening up. There's something opening up even now. And I believe that even as I speak, there's portals opening, portals of understanding being felt into, portals of wisdom, portals of more deeper understanding of our power and where we can truly place our attention. Opening up higher dimensional gateways, opening up more loving nature, opening up more. Deep purging. The thing about fire is that fire is very healing. Fire purges, fire penetrates, fire awakens, fire heals. Fire does heal. And right now our hearts are being purified. In terms of the Pluto and Jupiter conjunction, I have a few things that I want to say. So let's get into that. Pluto and Jupiter is conjunct in Capricorn at this point. Pluto and Jupiter being conjunct in Capricorn is really deepening the soul experience. It's really, really deepening and purging and penetrating our perception. How is this happening? Well, in order to understand how and what way this is happening, what area this is happening, how we can identify this energy, is to discuss Capricorn. Capricorn is about identifying the soul experience. Capricorn sits opposite of Cancer, which Cancer rules the home, our roots and family. Cancer is ruled by the celestial body, the moon. The moon is its celestial ruler. So those are our emotions, our monkey mind thoughts, our dreams, our feelings, our reactions, and our mood to things that are more hidden, our more hidden inner self behind the shell, behind the it's like the mental matrix. You know what I'm saying? The mental matrix. And so Capricorn really does represent the actual matrix, the matter. It represents matter, and it represents business, it represents economy, it represents life lessons, career, all the things that we attribute most of our life to and where we're looking to build from. That is what Capricorn, that's what the 10th house represents. And so with Pluto and Jupiter conjunct, blending their energies together, Jupiter is all about the expansion, it's all about vision. Jupiter is very prophetic, the preacher, a way shower. Jupiter is a risk taker. Jupiter is very benevolent and beneficial to our lives. Jupiter does show us the way. Jupiter is our wisdom and intuition. Jupiter is the god of all the planets. So, Jupiter is Zeus. He's like the benevolent king, thunder and lightning. And Pluto is Hades. Pluto is transformational, deep, fiery, underworld energy. Pluto gives us strength in that it helps us to transform our very nature. So Pluto in Capricorn in the earth sign, the oldest earth sign, Capricorn being the oldest earth sign, is truly penetrating and purging and transforming the soul experience. How we experience this material world is being reformed, replenished, is being just purged and healed and transformed. So with Jupiter and Pluto blending its energies, Jupiter again helping us to see much more deeper into the nature of our experience as human beings at this time. We are needing heavily to take a step back. We're needing to practice healthy detachment at this time in order to now place ourselves in a position where we can be in power, where we can be empowered, where we can be more useful at this time, where we can be more useful. This is not everyday energy. This is not every day that you have these two huge, powerful, archetypal, soul-bending, soul-architectural planets, if that makes sense, conjunct like this. And in the oldest earth sign, in the sign that represents leadership and mastership, So this is really, really a time to, it's a time, you know. Only thing I can think of to give you guys as a reference point is Drake's "What a Time to Be Alive." These are the big boys. These are the big boys. These are the big boys. And they're not here to play. They're asking us to really, really consider what's going to be best for us on our soul growth and our soul mission. These planets have an agenda to help to overthrow the current governmental administrations. Really, really, really helping us to take a look at where we are and what it is we plan to build. Many people could be feeling this in the body, really, really helping to deeper understand our body functions, helping us to be more connected to our bodies, helping us to be more connected to the earth at this time. Now, how all this is also being served and activated is Saturn's transit into Scorpio. Saturn is currently, not Scorpio, but Aquarius. Although I did say Scorpio, and that feels very timely to say, actually, because Scorpio corresponds to Aquarius, and that Scorpio and Aquarius both have deep lessons to offer us in more hidden ways, in more more about refining the magic, the mojo, the agenda. It's really, really about elevation and integration, integrating and elevating, reconditioning. That's what I mean. Scorpio and Aquarian energy is about reconditioning. Aquarius is a trendsetter. Aquarius starts out as kind of the outcast, but then Aquarius eventually becomes the trendsetter. Aquarius is the ruler of the new age, right? The new age. So this is all about raising the frequency, reconditioning the mind, body, and deepening the soul experience. Some of us have already gone through the deepening and the purging and the awakening to our true soul experience, while others are just now waking up to it. And so how a lot of this is going to play out is career, identity in this world, right? Aquarius is all about the higher mind, our dreams and our aspirations, our hope for the future. Aquarius is love and recognition that is gained over time. It corresponds with the mode of control as far as how we eventually control our image. Let me renege on that, right? What do I mean? What do I mean by that? What do you mean, Gemini? What do you mean, Gemini? Aquarius is all about that new money. That new money. That new sense of recognition. That new sense of gold, that new sense of value. Because the value is no longer being put on the money that you have. It's no longer being put on the things that you've accumulated in this material world. Saturn, being in Aquarius, is operating as Moses in the wilderness when he led the children of Israel through the wilderness those 40 years. When he came down from the mountain and he was getting the 10 commandments from God, and he came back and he saw that the children of Israel were worshiping a golden calf, and he got upset and said, "You idiots. I went up there for 3 days on a mountain to get instructions from God. And now I'm coming down and you guys are worshiping what you guys worshipped in Egypt." So what that means is, you guys, there's a new value system. There's a new land of promise that we're going to. A new land of promise. We're going towards the land of promise, towards the land of our dreams. But only if you have eyes to see and ears to really hear will you be able to recognize it. I'm showing you a new land. I'm showing you a new abundance. Aquarius, what does Aquarius rule over? It rules over karmic reward. It rules over, again, gains, recognition. It's the house of friends, the house of network, the house of gains, the house of network. And what we're about to find out, you guys, mark my words, is that our network is our real worth. Who we say we are and what we attach to, what mission, what groups, where we fit in. You see, Aquarius is about evolution. So it's about money gained over time, recognition gained over time. And it's about really recognizing new potential. Okay? So Saturn is also the co-ruler of Aquarius with Uranus, which Uranus is more rebellious, more surprising, more breakthrough, where Saturn is more constricted, contracted, tight, limited terms and limits, okay? So this is why I say Saturn in Aquarius is like Moses coming down from the mountain, because Capricorn is the mountain, the earth. Now Saturn is coming down to the people to organize the people, basically to give you your diploma, to give you your chore, to give you your rank. So with Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn, at the end of Capricorn, Saturn at 0 degrees of Aquarius, there's a different way to engage with reality. There's heightened awareness around who we are as people, as humanity begins to evolve. So in this, you may feel very, very weird. This may feel very, very weird. Sudden eruptions, sudden breakthroughs and breakdowns. All of this is going on in Capricorn to create new soil that we can plant new seeds in. And this is why it's so important to follow the transits of the sun and the moon. The sun is our conscious awareness. It is our day forces, the masculine energy. How we stay in tune in order to direct our energy. Where we get aroused, where we can hold a vibration, where we're confident in our talent. So right now, there is much energy and talent to be pulled from our self-identity, how we identify, our name, our signature, our initial spark, our initial arousal, what gets us excited, what gets us passionate, how we identify at this time. And the moon is our emotions, so it helps us to really flow. And the moon shows us as the moon grows, because we're coming up on a full moon in Libra on the 7th. As the moon grows, it illuminates more of that subconscious. It illuminates more of our emotions. It illuminates more of our feelings, what we're feeling into, more of that feminine yin energy, and helps us to rebuild on more solid foundations, more for sure foundations, because the moon represents the past, our dreams. It represents insecurity, our fears. So whenever we have a moon transit, the moon transit is there to keep balance. The masculine and the feminine energies are there to keep balance, while the sun represents the present moment, the mind. The moon represents the mind, but it represents our more creative, our imagination. That's what I'll say, more of our imagination. And a lot of times where we pull from our imagination is from the past and past experiences. So the moon is there to kind of keep us in check and keep us in higher service. I hope I'm saying this right, because what I'm really, really talking about is how to engineer our minds, our bodies, and our souls. The moon is like our soul, where we feel our soul is calling us to, our soul, which is very hidden. You don't really see the soul experience, but you operate and you act it out in this material form, in the matter, in the light of day. So the sun, again, is like that motivation. It is our holding place where we hold its source. It's our source of energy. It's our source of life. The sun is our source. The moon helps us to build protection and helps us to build in this material reality, where the sun is just is spirit. The sun is our spirit, and the moon is our soul. So I'm saying all that to say again that we are transforming our essential experiences